Okay. Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. As you guys can tell from the title, I am going to be doing a Kmart makeup only makeup look. I can't hold this properly. Okay, so I need to let you guys know, some of these products I actually purchased 2 years ago. Yes, 2 years ago. For this exact purpose. Things just kept coming up and I just completely forgot about these products. I put them in this box and that box went into another box and then we moved and yeah, I recently rediscovered these products. So I am going to try and use these for this particular purpose. Now there are other products that I have in my collection that are also available at Kmart, so I'm going to be using those as well, whether it be from my own purchases or from PR or from collaborations. You get the gist. So I'm going to try and do that today. Okay, so I'm going to start off first with the eyes. So I'm going to start off first with this concealer from BYS. This one is the Full Coverage Camouflage Concealer. I'm going to be using the shade Medium Beige. Oh, and yes, I'm wearing contact lenses. These are the Solotica Hydrocore Aquamarine lenses. If you guys would like to purchase your very own pair, head over to Vision Marketplace. I've got an affiliate code and an affiliate link down in the description box down below for you guys to use. You don't have to, but I'd appreciate it if you guys did. Alright, so I've got two eyeshadow palettes from BYS that I'm tossing up between using. I think I might use both. Okay, so I'll start off first with the BYS Capri palette. So in this video, I'm going to do a little bit of a first impressions on some of the products I haven't used yet. So the Capri palette I have used before and I really like it. It's a really nice pigmented palette. A lot of BYS's eyeshadow palettes have got really nice pigmented shadows. Okay, so for today's look, I am feeling like these warm tones and then I really want a nice pop of pink in the inner corner just because of my shirt. So that's what I'm going to be doing. I feel like I want it to be a little bit on the darker side, so I'm going to grab this. I'm going to use this as a transition shade. I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys are sick of hearing this, but given the current situation, I hope you guys are safe, you and your family, your friends are safe, and staying indoors if you can. Currently here in Australia, it's a little bit unsettling. We're not in complete lockdown. We have like essential services still going and some stores are still allowed to operate and whatnot, but yeah, it's just a little bit scary. I don't know, I feel like should we go into lockdown? Are we going to lockdown? Let me know how things are going in your area. That's just gonna be my last little thing about that, because I want to make this video happy and fun for you guys that just want to enjoy it at home. I'm gonna grab like this sort of like camel shade and I'm just going to use that to deepen out the crease. Also bringing it down onto also bringing it down towards the lash line. Okay, next I'm going to grab this burnt orange coppery shade. I think I used this before already, but yeah, it's a really nice shade. I'm just going to use a flat sort of brush and just do a light dusting. I'm not really going for a cut crease sort of effect. I just really want the inner part of the lid to be nice and, well, coppery. Okay, next I'm going to be grabbing this eyeliner from Maybelline. This one is the Master Precise All Day liquid eyeliner. Again, this is another product that I have used for quite some time and honestly it hasn't dried out considering this has been open for quite some time now. So I'm pretty impressed. Usually drugstore eyeliners tend to dry out within the first month and I used to use this quite often and yeah, I was expecting it to dry out within the first month, like I said. Okay, so at this part of my makeup routine, I tend to give the eyes a bit of a break. And now I'm going to move on to my face. Now I'm going to try out this new primer from e.l.f. This one is the Prep Blur Stick in Sheer. Now this one is a new product. This isn't one that I've been hoarding for the last 2 years. I picked this up and I really wanted to try it out because it seemed like it had a lot of good reviews online. Okay. Nice smell that I can tell. That's what it looks like. It kind of looks like a stick foundation to be honest, but we'll see. I'm assuming you just paint it on like that, as if you would a foundation. I do feel like there is a bit of a tint. It's not very obvious though, not on my complexion at least. I feel like that's a decent amount, I don't know. I'm gonna try and use my finger to rub that in. I was expecting more of a silicone slip, something like the Maybelline Face Studio Pore Minimizing Primer. This one's got a very silicone slip. This one, it does have that silicone slip, but it doesn't feel like it. It kind of almost feels like a wax on the skin. It's not uncomfortable or anything. I don't think I've ever used a primer like this before. Okay, let's see up close. Has it blurred out my pores? And actually, yeah, a little bit. I don't really have very, very huge pores. Like, they're big, but they're not huge. And I do feel like it's sort of blurred them out a bit. Okay, I'm so sorry. I'm going to have to cheat for this bit. I swore that I still had my Maybelline Color Precise orange corrector thing. I cannot for the life of me find it. Sorry. But in my makeup routine, I tend to go for an orange corrector, and since I can't find that, I'm going to use something else. Okay, so I've just given myself a ginger beard, and normally I set that in with a powder. I don't have a translucent powder, but I do have this one from e.l.f. This one is the e.l.f. HD powder in sheer. Obviously this has been opened before, but I don't think I've ever used this. Yeah, I haven't used this at all. Got a puff and everything. Oh, it says sheer, but look at it's white. Did I get the wrong one? No, it says sheer, but it's like a white color. Okay, at least I've got a translucent powder for this video. Ooh! I tried to pull off that sticky bit there and it just pulled the whole thing off. Actually, I might just dip my brush in that. That's probably easier. No, but seriously, guys, it looks like it's white. It doesn't look like, yeah. Anyway, you get the idea. Oh, this is a very finely milled powder. I have to give it that. But now we're going to move on to the foundation. Now, this foundation is new. This one is the BYS Glass Glow Luminous Foundation, and this one is in the shade Medium Beige. Let's do some ASMR. I think this foundation might be... Actually, now that I see it in this light, I feel like this foundation might be a bit light. When I first got this, it looked a bit dark, but we'll see, we'll see. Ooh, okay, this comes with a pump. Gorge. I love foundations that come with a pump. Okay, I feel like this foundation might be a tad bit light. Might be. We'll see. I'm gonna use a sponge. Actually, I feel like this is going to be a good shade match. Okay, I'm not sure if the camera cut out, but one layer of the foundation was a pretty decent amount of coverage. I'd say it gave me like light medium coverage. Personally, I prefer medium coverage at the very least, but I actually don't mind it. I think it's because of the luminous finish. Luminous finish, it actually looks really nice. I had to apply a little bit more foundation around the 5 o'clock shadow just because I felt like the color corrector was still quite apparent, but otherwise I think this is a pretty decent match. So if you guys are like an NC30 from MAC, medium beige with this particular foundation is a really good match. I think the undertone might be a tiny bit off. It's a bit more neutral compared to my natural skin tone. I don't know if you guys can tell, but my natural skin tone is more my natural skin tone is a little bit more on the yellow side. But this foundation, I feel like it's pulling off a little bit more neutral, but it's fine. Like, it's definitely workable. I wanted to use the concealer that I used on my eyes for the under eye, but that concealer is a little bit darker than the foundation, so I might not use that. I will instead use this Maybelline concealer. This one is the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer. Just going to use this to conceal them under eyes and also kind of brighten up the center panel of the face. Sometimes if a foundation is a little bit too neutral on myself, I feel like it does make me look a little bit tanner. Yeah, look a little bit tanner. So I like to use a yellow based concealer, something quite bright underneath the eyes, center panel of the face, just to kind of like balance things out. I'm just going to use the side of the sponge that I used for the foundation just to blend the edges so that there's no harsh lines. I've just dipped my sponge into that e.l.f. powder. I'm just going to use that to bake. To set the rest of the face, I'm going to use this powder from Maybelline. This is the Fit Me powder. Absolutely love this powder. It's the Matte and Poreless. Some powders I just don't like because I feel like they accentuate my pores. This one doesn't. And I just like using this to set my foundation. It doesn't make my foundation look cakey. And so far with this foundation from BYS, it doesn't seem to be making it look cakey either. So yeah, it's one of my go-to face powders. By the way, this is in the shade 230 Natural Buff. So I have got the Maybelline Tattoo Liner. This is a gel liner and this one is in the shade Smooth Walnut. Just going to use this I'm just going to use this on the waterline and also the lower lash line. Just going to take this brush from Eco Tools. I'm just going to use that smudger bit. Just going to try and smudge that lower lash line out a bit. This is like my favorite go-to technique for lazy smudging underneath the eyes. It's just so easy. But I will try and smoke it out a bit just because I'm going to be using quite dramatic lashes. So I need the lower lash line to not compensate, keep up. That's the word, keep up with the upper lash line. So I'm grabbing the Capri palette again, and I'm just going to be grabbing that camel shade again, this time on the large fluffy side, and I'm just going to run it along just for a little bit more transition. Okay, I feel like that might be a little bit too much. Okay, so before I pop on the lashes, I'm just going to pop in a little bit of inner corner highlight, and that's when I'm going to go into the Hothouse palette from BYS, and I'm going to grab that shade over there. It's called Lilac, but to me it kind of looks a little bit more cool tone pink as opposed to actual lilac. So I feel like this is going to be a good contrast with the bronzy tones, and whew, yes, she is. Yeah, okay, now I see the lilac. It just looks more like cool tone pink in the pan. Okay, now I'm going to go onto the brows. I've got a new eyebrow pencil I've never tried out before. This one is the BYS Auto Thin Brow Liner in Brown. I don't think I've ever used BYS's brow products before. Ooh, okay. It's that. I feel like it might be a tad bit dark, but it might actually work still, so I can't tell. I'm just going to use it. And there's a reason this isn't my favourite brow. I feel like it's doing its own thing. I know you guys feel me. I know you guys can feel me when I say one brow looks so much better than the other. This one is just definitely the bad brow. I'm just glad I have a fringe that I can kind of cover it. This one is my more decent brow, but lately this is giving me some grief as well. That's why, I don't know if you guys can tell, I'm letting the brow hairs kind of grow because I want to reshape this a tiny bit. I feel like it's getting a little bit too arched for my liking, so yeah, bear with the natural hair growth there. Pleasantly surprised with this brow pencil. It actually looks good. Okay, so I purchased this again years ago. This one is by Fifth Avenue. I don't even know if this is a brand that's still available at Kmart or they have this particular set still. I don't know. I haven't been to Kmart in quite some time. They've got a mascara, an eyeliner, and this duo eyeshadow, which I was going to use, but actually I don't really feel like using this now. I will, however, use their contour duo. This one is the Highlight and Define in medium. I am not going to use the highlighter in this one. I'm just going to use the contour in this one. Honestly, I don't think a lot of makeup at Kmart is expensive, so I doubt this would have been more than $10. I could be wrong. So yeah, I'm just gonna dip into that contour powder and chisel away. It's a tad bit warm, but it's not bad. I don't mind this contour powder, to be honest. Okay, that contour was surprisingly really good. Not gonna lie, I liked it. Next I'm gonna try out this brand called OXX Cosmetics. This one is the face powder blush. I know this brand is still there. I'm pretty sure it is. This one is in the shade Sun Glow. OXX is, I think, one of the cheapest brands they have there at Kmart. I believe this blush would have been like, I don't know, like $3 or like under $5 for sure. Okay, so that's what it looks like. It kind of looks like a baked blush almost. Okay, so this is a brand. Okay, so this is one of Kmart's brands. I don't know if that's even going to show on my skin. Okay, I've sat here for probably 2 minutes trying to pack this on, and this looks like it's matte. Put it on my skin, it looks like there's some luminosity. I mean, I'm not an overly huge fan of shimmery blushes. I don't think shimmery blushes have been in style for quite some time, but personally, I don't like it. Yeah, this isn't. I don't like it, but it's the only blush that I have. I think I know I had a blush from Australis and BYS somewhere in here, but I can't seem to find it. Story of my life. So I'm just gonna give up on the blush for this one. I'm just gonna go ahead and apply some bronzer. So the bronzer I've got is from Australis. This one is the Sweet Like Chocolate. This one is the Semi-Sweet Sun shade. I believe that's the shade. Just going to load my brush and bronze their face. This one is nearly dropped it. I really like this bronzer as well, and it has that very nice chocolatey scent as well. Alright, so for highlighter, I'm actually going to use this gradiated blush from BYS. So it's one of these. I'm going to actually mix the two colours in and then just pop it on the cheeks. So beautiful. I really like this highlighter because you can adjust it. Obviously, if you want it to be a little bit more blinding, go towards more the white side. And then you can just make it like super bright and beamy and pop. Okay, now for lips, I have got these products. So again, Fifth Avenue, this one is the Covet lip liner. It kind of looks like a maroon colour. I don't know how I feel about this particular shade. Oh, okay. It kind of looks more brown, but it's definitely more red. That's a no for me. We do have this lipstick though. This one is by OXX. This one is in the shade Mocha, and this one is apparently a matte lipstick. So hopefully this one is a nicer shade. This is a product from my hoarding days. Oh, the lipstick actually came out. Look, I am not going to be very harsh on this just because I have had this in my collection for 2 years, so that might be it. Okay, so I managed to put it back in. Yeah, okay. I have to say it's quite sheer. Okay, I wouldn't say this is a matte lipstick. I would say this is, again, this might be because it's old. It doesn't smell like it's expired, but yeah. I mean, I wouldn't say this is a fully matte shade. I feel like this, I wouldn't even call this demi-matte, to be honest. There is a bit of shine to it. I'm not gonna lie, I actually like this shade on its own. I feel like it looks nice, but with the current makeup look that I've got and the look that I'm going for, I need it to be a little bit more nude, so I am going to be adding a shade from Maybelline. So I'm just grabbing this Superstay Matte Ink. This particular packaging is exclusive to Priceline, but I know that they sell this at Kmart. I was gonna say at Target. I'm doing a Kmart video. So yeah, I am going to apply this. Just gonna use the applicator just in the middle. Oh, this shade is in Loyalist number 5. There she is, there she is. Oh. Okay, now I'm going to apply these massive ass lashes. These ones are from BYS, these ones are the 4D lash, and these are in the dramatic style. These are huge. I know I've got other lashes from them, but again, I can't seem to find anything in my room, so I will be right back. I'll pop these on, and yeah, you guys are gonna see these are like drag queen huge lashes. Ta-da! Big ass lashes. Okay, now I'm just gonna set the face again with that Maybelline Lasting Fix Makeup Setting Spray. Alright guys, there you guys go. That is the final look. Again, everything is from Kmart except for that color corrector. I'd say I'm very glammed, so yeah, you can definitely get glammed on a budget. Again, the only fail I feel for this video is the OXX Cosmetics blush. It just didn't really... I can vaguely see it now. I can vaguely see it. But it's just so sheer. And the fact that it looks like it's a matte blush and it just comes off a bit luminous, I'm not here for it. But otherwise, the rest of the face, I am pretty happy. By the way, if you guys have missed the names of the products, the shades and everything, I'll have it down in the description box down below for you guys. So yeah, I'm just gonna pretty much just take some selfies and then take this off and then just go back to my Netflix show. Yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you guys did, don't forget to thumbs up the video, hit the subscribe button down below, and if you guys would like to see more of me, head over to my Instagram at MrKenDenis, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Bye!